All right, so welcome to this video. Today we'll be looking at tutorial sheet 2, which is on proteins. So with me, I have this tutorial sheet that has questions on proteins. So we're going to use it to actually understand some of the key important topics under the topic proteins. Okay, so we'll move from the definitions and to where we'll be comparing oxygen affinity in hemoglobin. Okay, so that is all under proteins. So we're going to answer all the questions in this tutorial sheet for the what? For the proteins. So let's start from question 1 there. All right, so welcome to this video. Let us look at these questions here. So they're saying define the following. Okay, define the following. And then the first concept that we have to define is Bohr effects. Okay, so what are Bohr effects, or what is simply Bohr effect? Right, so I wrote the definitions here so that I can be reading them through. You can also be actually seeing them. So the Bohr effect describes the influence of pH and carbon dioxide on the ability of hemoglobin to bind oxygen. An increase in carbon dioxide concentration or hydrogen ion concentration, and when the hydrogen ion concentration is increased or rises, it means there's a decrease in pH. Okay, because remember the formula for the pH is equals to minus, and then we have log of the what? Of the hydrogen ion concentration, like that. So if this guy here increases, it means the pH decreases. Okay? If this guy decreases, it means the pH increases. So the hydrogen ion, if there's an increase, okay, in the hydrogen ion concentration, then it means there's a decrease in the pH. So an increase in carbon dioxide concentration or hydrogen ion concentration lowers the hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen. So the hemoglobin won't be able to bind to the oxygen. And this promotes oxygen release in the what? In the tissues. So this is what we call as the Bohr effect. And then conversely, a decrease in carbon dioxide or an increase in the pH, okay, increases hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen, facilitating oxygen uptake in the what? In the lungs. Okay, facilitating oxygen uptake in the lung. So this is just a phenomenon that controls the amount of the oxygen that is going to be present in your body. So if there's a lot of carbon dioxide in your body, then you expect that the hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen will be lowered. Okay, promoting the oxygen to be released in tissues so that you can function normally. But when there's a decrease, okay, in the carbon dioxide concentration in the body, or there's an increase in the pH, then the hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen is actually going to increase. Okay, so why is it increasing? So that it facilitates the uptake of the oxygen into the lungs so that you're able to breathe properly. Okay, so that's what the Bohr effect is. And then now when you talk about protein, what is a protein? Okay, so there are many definitions, but they just point to the one thing. So a protein is a biological macromolecule composed of one or more polypeptide chains formed by the polymerization of amino acids linked together by what? Peptide bonds. That's what we call as a protein. So proteins form a wide variety of structural, catalytic, transport, regulatory, and protective functions in what? In living organizations. In living systems. So later on, we'll talk about the functions of the proteins. You're going to see that actually these proteins can be able to perform all these functions that I've listed there. The next definition is cooperativity in oxygen what? Binding. So let's define it. So cooperativity in oxygen binding refers to the phenomenon in which the binding of one oxygen molecule to hemoglobin increases the affinity of the remaining binding sites for what? For oxygen. No wonder they're saying cooperativity here. So meaning if one of the oxygen molecules binds to the hemoglobin, then there will be an increased affinity for the remaining binding sites so that oxygen can come and bind there as well. No wonder we're calling it as cooperativity in oxygen binding, because it's like the oxygens are cooperating. Once one binds, even the other ones wants to go bind. Why? Because the hemoglobin increases the affinity for them. Okay, so this results in a sigmoid, or what we call as an S-shape oxygen dissociating what? Curve. And this characteristics here is very important because it's the one that they use to identify, okay, if it's hemoglobin or it's myoglobin. So if the dissociating curve that you have is sigmoid or S-shaped, then we're going to say, okay, here we're talking about the hemoglobin. Okay, but if it's another shape, then we'll be talking about what? Myoglobin. So it's a very important characteristics that we have to take note of, okay, as we learn our biochemistry. So it's very common in multiple choice past papers. Okay, they will ask you about the cooperativity in what? In the oxygen binding. So we're done with this question here. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to access the full paper, uh, you can find it at discretelearning.com. Also, if you're having any challenges with any pre-med course or NS course, you're free to contact us and register for our lessons so that we can help you. Okay, so these are the courses that we offer here, both semester 1 and semester 2. So there's biology, physics, chemistry, and mathematics. You can subscribe for any course that is giving you challenges. Okay, so for any course that you subscribe for, you're going to be accessing full videos for tutorial sheet where we're explaining step by step. You're going to be accessing full solutions to the assignments, okay, full past paper quizzes, full past paper tests, final exam papers. Okay, we have a lot that have been solved on our website, and also you're allowed to consult from us. So maybe you're watching any recorded video, okay, that we made, and then you do not understand a certain concept, you are free to reach out and ask, okay, and then we'll be able to explain it in a way that you understand. So you can contact us on all these numbers, okay. To access all these for any of these courses here, simply visit and find them at what? discretelearning.com. All right, and then a bonus is that also when you subscribe, okay, we are going to be part of our live classes. So we have live classes on Zoom, okay, during the week, and we interact with the students so that we can just get what they're having challenges with, and they will know how to help them better. Okay, so for example, for this course, okay, we have a tutorial manual here that has a lot of questions on different topics, but we've actually solved all the questions in this tutorial manual. So as you can see, we have this tutorial sheet on amino acids, peptides. We solved all the questions here step by step. You can find them on the website. Proteins, again, we solved all these questions. Enzymes, we solved. There was also this assignment on enzyme kinematics, okay, or a tutorial sheet. We solved all these questions here. You can access them on the website. Carbohydrates, we showed how to draw structures, okay, different structures like for disaccharides, for monosaccharides. Yeah, we did all this part, how to draw them oligosaccharides. So the videos are there on the website. We also did questions on nucleotides and nucleic acid. You can access them on the website. Yeah, that. And then the last tutorial that we did for this course was lipids. So lipids, there was these questions where drawing fatty acids and the structures. So we solved all these questions, and the videos are there to help you prepare for your assessment. So it might be a quiz, might be a test, it might be the final exam. You have your answer there if you're having challenges with this course. Okay, you can watch them and then you'll be able to pass. And you also be able to access past papers. Okay, just like I said here, there are a lot of past papers on the website. So that means quizzes, tests, final exam past papers. You can be watching those to know what to concentrate on and what to not concentrate on. All right, so now for those who have actually never seen our website, let me just show you. So you come to Chrome here, either on your phone, your PC, or even your tablet, and then you type in discretelearning.com. Okay, type in discretelearning.com. So you can see there the discretelearning.com. And then just go to the same website. So if you do not have an account, it will ask you to create an account. So you just put your email, you set your password and your name, you select your university, blah, blah, blah. You create the account. And then once you log in now, you will see something like this. Okay, so these are the courses there for those who are doing first year pre-med or NS at university. So there's math, there's chemistry, there's physics, there's biology. So you can subscribe for any course that is giving you what? Challenges. Okay, so for example, those tutorial sheets were for second semester Apex. So I'll subscribe for this course, chemistry. So once you subscribe, you can open it. So you can see here there are different folders. So if you are from any other university, okay, that is not Apex, you go in the general chemistry folder to find all the things that you need. Okay, if you're from Apex first semester, you go here, you find everything that you need. If you're from Apex second semester, you go here. So let me open the Apex second semester. Okay, so once you open that folder, you see that we're going to have topic lessons. So you can watch the videos or topics explaining clearly the concept. There are some summarized notes here that you can read, and then there are tutorial sheets there and assignments, and then here there are past quiz, test, and exam papers. Okay, so for example, if I go in the past paper folder there, you see that there are going to be a lot of past papers. So video solutions, and you can use them to prepare for what? For your assessments. Okay, so you can see here there's some final exam papers there. There's some test papers. Okay, there's some quizzes, and all these videos are available there to actually just make it simple for you to pass. So 2026 quiz 1 biochemistry was already solved. It is there, and all the other years, and more videos will be uploaded here just to support you guys. Okay, and then if I go back to the tutorial sheet folder here, open the tutorial sheets, okay, and assignments, you see that I'm going to have biochemistry tutorial sheet here, organic chemistry tutorial sheet. So it depends which one you start with. So if you started with biochemistry, just go here. If you started organic chemistry, just go there. So if I go in biochemistry tutorial sheets here, okay, you're going to see that all the tutorial sheets are there. So tutorial sheet 1, proteins, enzymes and kinematics, carbohydrates, nucleotides, fatty acids, all these are there. So if, for example, I open proteins here, you're going to see that the videos are going to be there. Okay, so you can watch these at your own time, clearly explaining all the concepts there. Okay, so if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe um, in the comfort of your home. Okay, so the subscription is automatic. So just check the link in the description here. Okay, it has a video registration guide that will guide you on how you can register and access all this at your own time. You don't even need us. Okay, so if you want to contact me anyway, you can contact me on 0779 96 40 and then 10. So that is Tutor Poul Solutions. Okay, so make sure you subscribe for the course that you're having challenges with. If it is math, subscribe for math. If it is chemistry, subscribe for chemistry. If it is physics, subscribe for physics. If it's biology, subscribe for biology. And we are going to help you. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. This has been Tutor Poul Solutions. Until next time, always there for you.